So 2,5-I, it's a psychedelic drug. It's just like acid kind of, but it's a little different. It's supposed to mimic the effects of acid. It's like Shasta Cola compared to Coke, you know? So anyway, I got the stuff from a guy. I took 4 hits of it. He told me it was 2CB. That fucking, ugh. Like, 2CB is a lot, like, calmer and funner, and it's easier to handle. So I thought it was 2CB. I done 5 hits of 2CB, you know, and I was okay. I don't remember the middle 3 hours, but I turned out all right. So I took the 4 tabs, and let's see, you know, you got to hold it in your mouth, and you wait about half an hour, and then you throw up, and then you start tripping. So once I threw up, we walked to the store to get me some water, and I just felt way too fucking weird. I couldn't even go inside. I had to wait outside, have my girlfriend get me water. And when I was sitting outside, I was just like pretending to be on my phone. But I was looking at my phone, I had no idea what was going on the phone. I was just trying to look normal. It was just some batshit crazy technology shit. So anyway, she gets back, and then boom, patterns everywhere. The patterns are in my feet, they're in my socks, they're in my skin, they're on the road, they're in the sky. The entire world is slowly transforming into a pattern fractionalized world. And I am tripping so hard, and patterns are going everywhere, like so much that it looks like slow motion. Like I'm walking in slow motion, it looks like, you know, it's just crazy. And that's when I started questioning whether or not this was 2CBs. This was way too fucking hardcore for it to be 2CB. But, okay, what happens after that? Yeah, I already threw up, and then we go to the gazebo thing, and I'm looking at the cement, and the cement is pure gray, right? But I see every single color that exists in the cement. I see orange, red, blue, everything, and it looks like a church window, like stained glass. And that's when I knew I was fucking tripping balls. Like, where are these colors coming from? Like, this was the most beautiful cement I ever witnessed. Like, it was holy, you know? And this is when I slowly started losing my goddamn mind. Like, I kind of forgot everything. Like, I remember my girlfriend was playing Radiohead, High and Dry, and I'm like, I know this, I don't know what it is, but I know this song. And then I finally guessed it after about a minute. I was like, High and Dry, and she's like, yes, and I was like, yeah. And then we decided to go to the old paintball field. So that's where I spend a lot of my trips, because there's no one there, and it's really cool looking, it's nice, you know. So we just start walking. And as soon as we get to the paintball field, that's when it all went away. I became God. So as I thought, you know, it was so convincing. I was so excited. Like, I was telling myself things. Like, I wasn't even speaking English hardly. I was like, I know a new language. I know an alien language. I was just thinking these crazy fucking thoughts. Like, my ego was gone. I wasn't me anymore. I just felt like I represented humanity as a whole. And that's when I started bawling my goddamn eyes out. Like, this was it. It was like I graduated life. Like, my entire 22 years of living, I've led up to this moment. I became God. Like, I graduated life. And there was no reason to worry about anything anymore. All my troubles were gone. I graduated. I'm it. Like, I thought I was dying. But I was excited to go because I was moving on to the next stage of life, which is just, you know, becoming everything once again. I can't really explain it, but it was a beautiful moment. Like, I was convinced, and like when I finally was convinced, I was like, I'm God. And my girlfriend had the 44-ounce water, and I just snatched it out of her hand, and psh, water and ice just goes flying everywhere, and I throw it on the ground. I'm like flailing, like, I'm God, just screaming my lungs out. Like, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. I'm going to say the word amazing 1,000 times. It was fucking great. Like, oh my God. Like, I graduated life, and there was no more worries anymore. All my suffering was just done. Like, I didn't have to suffer anymore. So, we start leaving the paintball field, and when we go back to the gazebo I was talking about earlier, and my brother texted my girlfriend, I think, and I haven't seen my brother in like 3 weeks because I just got back from hitchhiking. And my buddy Chaz was with them, so I was like, bring him over, I gotta tell them. And then, you know, they come over, and I just run after my brother, like, Brenton! You know, I'm running after him, I give him the biggest goddamn hug I ever had. And then I see Chaz, I'm like, Chaz! And then, like, I say it with a lower voice, and I felt weird, because, like, Chaz is younger than me, so I was, like, looking after him like a little brother. So I thought I gotta treat Chaz with the same amount of enthusiasm that I treated with my brother. So then I just start screaming, Chaz! Chaz! You know, I was just like saying it all manly, like, Chaz! You know, just trying to sound manly. Give him a hug. I'm running around the gazebo. But back and forth, I run into Chads, my fucking glasses fly off and shit, almost broke those. And they're telling me to calm down. It's like 8:30 and it's starting to get dark. And there's just this fucking maniac screaming his lungs out at the park, you know. And I was like, okay, I could not calm down. Like, I was fucking red all over. It was the most excited I ever been in my entire life. Well, the whole fucking world is transforming and just patterns everywhere. These patterns were fucking intense. I remember looking at my girlfriend's face, like specifically seeing stars, shooting stars. Just it looked like someone scraped it into her face. And this pattern was in everything I looked at. And it was great. And then I became even more insane. Like, this is when I thought of the letter A. The letter A represents all language of everything, I guess. Like, you know, it was just something that clicked in my head. And A made sense. I didn't have to use words anymore to communicate. All I had to say was the letter A, and I thought people understood me. Like, I was looking at my girlfriend, I was just going, A, 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 and then, like, she was smiling because she didn't want to make me feel bad. But when she was smiling, I thought she understood me. Like, I thought she knew what I meant. So I thought we were telepathically communicating. Like, I thought she knew what I was saying. So for about 30 minutes, all I said was the letter A, and I just barked it in her face, like, A, A, A. That's what I sounded like, A, A, A. And I fucking went on Facebook, and I posted, like, A, 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 A. Like, oh my god, I was on one. Like, I thought everybody just knew what I meant. So, yeah, I go nuts. So it's time to go home once you become God, you know. So I go home, and on the way home, I'm still barking in her face, A, 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 and she's still smiling, not to make me feel bad, you know, so I think she knows what I mean. And then we get inside, and, you know, like, we start calming down, we're about ready to go to bed, and, you know, we start getting a little freaky, but I can't get too much into that. But then when I start going to bed, like, there's just sadness that hits me, because once I go to bed, I'm going to meditate myself to sleep, like, I'm going to die. Like, I'm done for. Like, I became God, I graduated, there's no more of this human body life, you know? Like, I was done. Like, I graduated. So I was really sad about that. And, because as I was meditating, like, everything disappears. Everything starts turning black, and, like, I stopped having thoughts. So I thought I was dying. So I was like, wait, I can't go like this, you know? So I run upstairs. And, good thing I had my fucking clothes on. Just thank God. I didn't have any shoes. But I run upstairs. First person I wake up is my little brother. Like, come on out to the living room. I gotta teach you about meditation. This is my last time on this planet, you know? Like, I gotta make a good impression before I leave. I was just trying to save my family. Like, I thought I was dying, and I wanted to give them the last good moment, you know? Like, one last good moment where I'm there. So I wanted to invite them all out in the living room, and I would teach them about meditation. Because, you know, meditation will reduce a lot of stress and make you happy and just give you a better feeling of life, you know? So I wake him up, then I go wake up my grandma. My grandma thinks I'm drunk. She's just like, go to bed, honey, you know. And then I wake up my parents, and I crawl in bed with them. I'm just like laying on their bed and shit, just like smiling. I'm like, Mom, don't you want to lose weight? And Brandon, don't you want to, you know, like make more money on your job? You got to make money so you can support your family. Like, I just want to teach you, you know. And they were just like, what the fuck are you on? Are you high? They just thought I smoked a lot of weed. But, you know, when they start getting out of bed, they know something's up. Your son doesn't just fucking crawl in your bed every night, you know, start spitting happy thoughts at you, you know. So, you know, they start calling the police, and I'm just not getting it. Like, why are they calling the cops? This is my last moment here, and they're fucking calling the cops on me? Are you serious? Like, this is the happiest I've ever been in my entire life, and you're calling the cops on me? Like, I'm just trying to help you? Why are you calling the cops? I was so confused. Like, I did not know what was going on. I thought I was in, like, a fake world, man. I can't explain what I was going through, but I was convinced that I was dying, and I was just trying to help my family out one last time, and they're calling the goddamn cops on me. So I thought, you know what? This is why. It's because I decided not to meditate. You gotta let everything go. That's the goal in life, is to let everything go, and I couldn't let my family go. I was meditating, and I should have just meditated and died, and I would have woke up fine the next day. But no, like, I couldn't let them go. I wasn't ready to let my family go. I wasn't ready, so I ran upstairs, and I was getting punished for it, so I thought. Like, you're not meditating? Okay, your family's gonna turn against you. You should have meditated, you little bitch, you know? So, like, I just kept trying, like, Mom, like, you know, why? Like, I didn't get it. And my girlfriend is like, she's like crying and just grabbing at my arm, like, come downstairs, please. And I'm just like, why? You know, I'm just here to spread the message. And nobody was getting it. I wasn't getting what the fuck was going on. So I was like, I gave up, and I went in the living room. I just started meditating. I just laid right in the middle of the living room, and I started to meditate, tried to escape because it wasn't working. Whatever I was trying to do wasn't working, and they were all turning against me. And then that's when I hear the fucking medics and the firefighters come in, and I hear their boots, and it's very real. They had very realistic sounding boots. They all sounded real, and I'm like, this is it, I'm getting punished. Gotta meditate harder. I kept trying to meditate harder and harder, but it wouldn't work. The firefighters wouldn't go away. I thought it would all go away if I just meditated and died, you know? But it just got worse and worse. Like, I wasn't responding. I was trying to meditate and die so I could move on, you know? It's my family's turning against me. And my mission to spread the message has failed. So they start breaking the shit open under my nose. I don't know what it is. They're like, well, if you're not going to wake up, we're going to give you some stuff that'll make your eyeballs pop out, and then you'll wake up. They're just being dicks about it. And I wasn't doing fucking shit to them. I'm just laying in my room, and they're just being so goddamn mean. And then eventually I wake up, and I just sit on the couch, and they're trying to talk to me, and I'm just like, I don't get it. I was just trying to meditate, and I was just trying to help my family. What's going on? Like, I don't get it. And they kept saying, come with us, come with us. I didn't want to go with them. I thought they were the goddamn devil. Like, I didn't even know what was going to happen. Like, I thought I was going to be in a bad trip for the rest of my life if I went with them, and I just kept refusing. And then they're like, okay, let's go. And then they grabbed me. I had no shoes. They drugged me out of the house into the ambulance, closed the doors, and I still thought it was fake. So I was looking out the window, and I see like signs of places I'd never seen before. I was still tripping pretty hard, and I still didn't get it. And the fucking EMT was like, what do you do for a living? I told him I work at a gas station. And like, so that's what you're doing with your life? You're just tripping balls working at the gas station? And I'm like, you don't know me, man. You're a fucking shitty EMT. Like, dude, I'm just trying to find myself, you know? Why can't I do that? I had a bad time because somebody lied to me and said it was 2CB, you know? Like, I got fucking lied to. It's not my fault. Like, honestly, I'm just trying to do a little self-discovery. And that guy was a jerk, but I forgive him. But then I get to the hospital, and they give me a Gatorade, try to get my heart rate down. It took like an hour, so I was just so stressed. As soon as I got to the hospital, that's when I kind of snapped out of it and realized, oh, yeah, this is real. And, man, my mom was so mad. And they still don't trust me to this day, and it's a damn shame, you know? Like, I'm a really nice guy, and I'm just trying to find some answers. Like, just trying to fucking find some definition for life. And some guy has to fucking sell me something else. Like, that's why you gotta be careful, people. Know what you're buying. Know your dose. Please, get a test kit. If your tab tastes like metallic, it's not real acid. Real acid will not really do this to you unless you take like 10 hits. 2,5-I's intense. It's already killed a bunch of people. You gotta be fucking careful. Like, look what happened to me. My family doesn't even trust me anymore because of this fucking bullshit. You know, and I was just trying to have fun and trying to find some answers, you know? Trying to find some happiness in this cruel world. No, couldn't do that, you know? So I'm just saying, people, be careful. That's all I really gotta say. Thanks for watching.